What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and one of my most requested tutorials to date. This is going to be Heartbeats by José González. Now this is going to be an advanced tutorial, but I'm going to go through it all really slowly just so that all the detail is there if you need it, or you can just skip around to the sections that you're struggling with. Now if you want the tabs for this to follow along with, which I highly recommend for this one in particular, you can grab them on my Patreon page, which is linked below. There you'll find tabs for this song and all the other songs I've done as well. And one last thing, that was the intro, the verse and the chorus I just played there. I didn't play the bridge, which is probably my favourite, but also the most difficult section to play. If you want to hear it, check out my performance video, which is linked above and down in the description, and then come back here and give it a shot for yourself. If you're ready to go, let's get started. Alright guys, so for this song we're going to be in a slightly different tuning. So starting off in standard, you're going to take your E string, your low E string, down one whole note to a D. So that E string is now a D. This third string from the bottom, the G, is going to go down just half a note to a G flat. So you've got D here and a G flat here. Everything else is just standard. So you'll need a tuner to do that, or an app on your phone if you've got one. Once you've got the tuning right, get a capo and put it on the first fret. And then you're good to go. So let's take a look at the intro first of all. So I'm starting off in this position here. I've got my first finger on the third string. So I'm going to count the strings from the bottom. So that's my first, second, third string. And that's on the third fret. Then I've got my second finger up here on the fifth string, fourth fret. Those are the only two fingers I'm holding down. And it starts off like this. Okay, so we're starting off hitting strings 6 and 4. Then 5 with that hammer on. So that hammer on is on the fifth string, fourth fret to fifth fret. So I just use my third finger and hammer on there. Once you've got that hammer on, keep that finger there and play 4, 5. Should sound like that. Then, similar, we're going to hit strings 3 and 4 together, like that. Then that hammer on again, so take this finger off and do the hammer on again. And then once again hitting strings 4 and 5 afterwards. So from the start. Then you can take this second finger off, so now you've only got that first finger held down, and you're going to hit 3 and 4 again, followed by open fifth. Okay, so that's kind of one section of the intro. Then we start to repeat with little minor differences. Okay, so this is very similar. We're not playing the fourth string open here. We're just playing the sixth string and then going straight to the hammer on. So the difference on the intro and this time, so we're missing out that second note there. Remember, if you want the tabs to follow along with this, you can grab them on my Patreon page. Link for that is in the description below. So on the second time round, once we've got this hammer on, it's going to be the same. So we're hitting 4 and 5, then 3 and 4 together, then back to the hammer on, just the same, and then 4 and 5 again. Okay, so that's the first 4 bars. From the start slowly. So once I played that bit, we've got this bit coming up next. So once I'm ready to move on there, I just take this hand off, because you don't need any of those strings held down just now. You're going to take those fingers off and play strings 2 and 3, and then open 5th. Then we're coming up to this shape here. So this is just 2 fingers held down again. First finger is on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then I've got my 4th finger. You can use your 3rd finger if you want to. Generally I use my 4th finger on the 4th string, 4th fret. And you're going to hit 5, 5, 4. Okay. Then that's followed by 2 and 3 again, and then 5, 4 again. Next up, we're playing this. Okay, so that's another hammer on here. This time it's open 5th. So take this first finger off. I'm going to play open 5th, hammer on back onto the 2nd fret. Then we're playing 5, 4, and then 4 again. Now moving up to playing the 4th fret on the 6th string. So I use my 2nd finger for that. I take this finger and I bring it up here, and I play that note. Then we slide up to the 5th fret, and we get into this position here. So that's a little transition. Okay, so now on the 5th fret, you add your 3rd finger as well underneath, also on the 5th fret, on the 5th string. And we're going to play this. So this is just a string picking pattern. We've got 6, 5, 4, 5, and then 3, 5, 4. Like that. Play that again slowly. Then coming up to the end of the intro, so we are in this position currently, but you want to add your 1st finger, comes back in on the 5th string as well, but on the 4th fret. So just behind this other finger you've got held down here. You're going to lift your 3rd finger up so you can play the 4th fret note, and you're going to do the hammer on that we've done a few times already, 4 to 5. And then 4, 5. Then you can take those fingers off and just play 3, 4, 5. And then we're into the verse. Okay, so that is the intro. I'll go through it once slowly and then once at normal speed. Alright, so once you can comfortably play the intro, we're going to be moving on to the verse now. This part is a lot harder because we're essentially taking the intro, trying to play parts of that while also playing the melody underneath that. So it sounds a bit like this. Okay, so you'll recognize some of those parts like the hammer-ons from the intro, but we're basically just adding the melody underneath. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of muscle memory involved. So it's going to feel really uncomfortable when you first start to play it, but the more you repeat it, the more comfortable you become playing it. So let's take a look at it slowly. So you can hear the melody. And then on top, see, if I think about playing it too much, I can't do it. It's just muscle memory, so you just have to learn it and then practice and repeat it. So we're starting off in this position here, quite a wide position. My first finger is on the 5th string, 4th fret, and I've got my 4th finger down here. This is going to be on the 7th fret, relative to the capital, remember? So that's 7th fret on the 2nd string. Starting off with the bass note, which is going to be open 6th string. After you hit the bass note, we're going to be doing the hammer-on, just like the intro. So 4 to 5 on the 5th string, but at the same time you want to hit the 2nd string for the melody, like that. Then playing the same melody note again, this time with the open 4th string, and then the melody note again, this time with the 5th string. So lift this finger up and it's the 5th string on the 4th fret. Okay, so we've got bass note. It should sound like that. Next up, so from this position, all you're doing is moving your 3rd finger down here to the 5th fret on the 1st string, keeping this 1st finger here where it is, and we're going to be doing the hammer-on again, along with the 1st string on that 5th fret. Just like that. Then take that 3rd finger off the 1st string and play the open 1st string with open 4th string. Then we're playing the 5th string again with open 1st string. Okay, so then you can take these fingers off and you play open 3rd followed by open 5th. Like that. Okay, so the first 2 bars of the verse together. Then we carry on like this. Okay, so it's exactly the same. So we repeat that twice. Okay, so next up we're back onto this chord from the intro. But we're also adding the melody underneath. Okay, so in this position here, I've got 2 fingers held down. My first one is going to be my 2nd finger, which I put on the 5th string, 2nd fret for the bass note. And then melody down here is also on the 2nd fret, but on the 1st string. So I use my 3rd finger for that. Okay, so we're starting off with the bass note, and then the bass note again with the 1st string. And then I alternate between the 3rd string and the 1st string. So I use 2 fingers for this. Usually my 1st finger is on the 3rd string, and then my 3rd finger is on the 1st string. So I alternate 3, 1, 3, 1 with the bass note, and then 3 again. So from the start, So we've got 3 bass notes in there. We've got 6 melody notes. Should sound like that. Okay. This next part, we've got a hammer on again. So take this finger off and you're going to do a hammer on. So we're open 5th and the melody note, which is open 1st. So you're taking that finger off there, playing open 1st with the hammer on. Then, once you've done the hammer on, we're going to play the 5th string and the 1st string again. Like that. Then, take your 4th finger and add it on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And what we're going to play here is 3, 2, 3. 3rd string open, 2nd string on the 3rd fret. Like that. Okay, so let's play everything we've learned so far in the verse. Okay, so next up, we're coming to the end of the verse. It's going to play twice, but this is the first repetition, the end of it. So as in the intro, after we played this, remember we came up here? So again, we're doing that. So you should be in this position, like that. Then with your 1st finger, you want to come up to the 4th fret, 6th string, play that, and then up to the 5th fret on the 6th string as well. Then we're getting into this position here. A little bit different. Just like in the intro, we are both fingers, 1st and 2nd fingers, on the 5th fret, 5th and 6th strings. Then we're adding melody down here. So we've got 1 finger held down. My 4th finger is on the 2nd string on the 7th fret. Again, the left hand isn't going to move here, but the right hand pattern is quite difficult. So for that, I'm playing 6, 5, then 2 and 4 together, like that, then 5 again. So that part, 6, 5, 2 and 4, 5. Then I'm playing 2, 3, 2 and 5, 4. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 2 and 5, 4. So all together, it's like that. Okay, so that bar is going to be quite difficult, but once you get it, the last bar of this part is going to sound like this. Okay, so we've got that hammer on again, 4 to 5 on the 5th string, along with open 1st string. Then we've got open 1st string again with open 4th string. Like that. Then play open 3rd, and around about the same time as you do that, add your 1st finger onto the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And we're going to play that 2nd string along with open 4th string. So after you play the open 3rd string by itself, you're playing 2 and 4 with this finger added on here. After that, you're playing open 3rd again, and then open 5th. Okay, so that is going to be the first part of the verse. Let's play it from the start. Alright guys, so once you've gone through that first part of the verse, we're on to the second part, which is very, very similar, but there's two very minor differences. The first one is a melody change. So this part of the melody is going to change at one point to be this. Okay, so that's just one note missing. Instead of 3 there, we're playing 2. Okay, so it starts off the same. And right here, where you would normally play the melody again with the 5th string, you're only going to play the 5th string and you're not going to play the melody. That's the only difference for the melody here. Then it carries on just the same. So you're over here. Okay, this part changes slightly. So this bar, normally we would play the 5th string to go into the repetition, just like we did before. But this time, instead of the 5th string, you're going to play the 4th string. That's because we're going to extend this bar. So we've got another 4 beats, and it's going to be like this. So it just extends it a little bit at the end of the verse. Okay, so after you've hit the 4th string, we're doing the hammer on again. So get back into this position you had in the intro. And on the 5th string, we're going to place a hammer on 4th fret to 5th fret. Then we're playing open 4th and then 5th again. Then your first finger should be down here on the 3rd string, 3rd fret, just like the intro. You're going to play that one, and then open 5th. And then that takes us into the chorus. So I'll play this part of the verse. Okay, so that is the full verse. Now we're into the chorus section of the song. Things get a little bit more difficult here again. Let's look at the first part. So we start off in the same position as we did for the verse, and it's actually very similar. We've got the same melody and the same part over the top. So we're starting off with the bass note, open 6th string, and we're combining the 2nd string melody with the hammer on the 5th string, 4th fret to 5th fret. Then we've got 2nd string and 4th string, and then 2nd string and 5th string, which is still on the 5th fret after the hammer on. So that part. Next up. Okay, so after this, we're going to move down into this position here. So what I do is I've got my first finger on the 4th fret ready to hammer on to the 5th fret with my 2nd finger, and I've got my 3rd finger down here for the higher melody part on the 2nd string, 5th fret. So for this, we're doing a hammer on straight away on the 5th string, 4th fret to 5th fret, and playing the 2nd string, which is on the 5th fret, like that. Then we're playing the melody note, 2nd string and 4th string. 4th string is open there. Then we're playing the 2nd string again and the 5th string, which is still on the 5th fret after you've done that hammer on, like that. Then you're playing the 3rd string open and then we're doing a slide here. So play the bass note, which is open 5th string. So you can take that finger off and hit the open 5th string and do a slide on the 2nd string, 5th fret to 7th fret. Like that. Okay, so far. Next. Okay, so here, it's a little bit tricky, fast movement on the left hand. We're starting off quite simple though. We've got open bass note, open 6th string. Then we're doing the hammer on that we've seen a few times now on the 5th string, 4th fret to 5th fret. Keep your finger there once it's landed. And then 4, 5. Then take your first finger and add it down here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Once you've played that, we're changing to this position here. So here I've got my first finger on the 4th fret, 5th string. And down here, I've got my 4th finger down on the 1st string, 5th fret. So we're going to play the 1st string and the 5th string hammer on. The hammer on is going to be to the 5th fret. Then we're playing open 4th. And you also want to add your 3rd finger right above your 4th finger. So it's also on the 5th fret, but on the 2nd string. And then, once you're in this position, you play the 2nd string and the 5th string. Then you can release that shape, and you're going to play open 3rd and then open 5th. Like that. Okay, so from the start slowly of the chorus. Okay, so once you've got that part of the chorus, we're changing chord again, and we're moving to this chord that we've played before. So you should recognize that bar, because it's the same as the verse. Then, get slightly different here. So this is the part where we move 4th fret to 5th fret on the 6th string. So the chord structure is the same, but the melody is slightly different. So I'll play it slowly. So we start off with the open 1st string melody and open 5th string, hammer onto the 2nd fret with your 2nd finger. Then we follow this pattern. 5, 3, 1, 3. Then we're moving up to this shape here. So my first finger is playing the melody on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and then I'm up here on the 6th string, 4th fret. Playing those two together, and then we're moving up to this shape that we've had before on the 5th fret, on the 5th string and 6th string. And we're going to play that pattern there. So it starts off just those two fingers held down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4. So it's all the way down. 6, 5, 4, 3, and then back up to 5th or 5, 4. that's going to be followed by the second string, 3rd fret. So you want to quickly add your finger on there, like that. And then we're carrying on like this. Okay, so let's get up to there first, just practice that once through. So that last part, that is going to be into this shape here. So we've had this shape before. We're on the 5th fret. Really, you only need the 1st string held down on the 5th string, 5th fret, sorry, of the 1st string. You're going to play that at the same time as this hammer-on again. So that hammer-on is on the 4th fret to the 5th fret on the 5th string. That's going to be followed by this pattern: 4, 3, 1, open, 4, 5. So when you get to this 1, the 1st string, I just take all my fingers off there, like that. And then it leaves me open to play the open 5th string as well, because my finger's not here anymore. Okay, so let's play the chorus up till there. So now we've got a simple little extension part at the end of the chorus into the bridge. It sounds like this. And slowly. So this is quite simple. Get into the position you had on the intro. So again, first finger's on the 3rd string, 3rd fret, and then I'm here, ready for this hammer on again. 5th string, 4th fret. You're going to play open 6, followed by 5th string, hammer on, and then 4, 5, 3, hammer on again, just the same as before, 4, 5 again, and then 6, 4. So if you learned everything up to now, that part should be quite straightforward for you. But that takes us into the bridge. Okay, so we're on to the bridge, which is without a doubt the hardest part of the song. It's probably in my top 5 hardest parts of any song I've ever done on this channel. I almost didn't do it because it was too difficult to play, but I persevered because I really liked it. So the bridge in the original song by José González, on his guitar he plays something like this. So it's just that pattern repeating between those chords. So I wanted to retain that, but also add in the melody underneath. So I ended up with something like... Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at now. So after you've played this part, that's at the very end of the chorus, we're moving straight up to this shape. This is the first shape of the bridge. So I've got my first finger on the 5th fret, 1st string, and then I've got 2 fingers held down here on the 7th fret, 5th and 6th string. Okay, you want to make sure these are quite out of the way of the 4th string, because you need the 4th string open, so you don't want to be resting on it, or you'll get the muted sound. You want it to be able to ring out, so you want to keep your fingers up high like this. Okay, so once you're in that position, we're going to be following this pattern. So it starts off with the melody note and the sixth string together. And then after that we're going to play 5, 4, 3, 5, 4. So it's like 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4. And then we just repeat that again without the melody. So it's just 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4. Okay, you can just repeat that pattern over and over until you get comfortable with it. Because soon we're going to be moving down to the 5th fret and playing the same thing there. So the next part is going to be combining that with the melody underneath. Okay, so it should sound like this. So that's going to be this melody along with this bass. Okay, so to do that, you want to get into this position here. It's pretty much the same as we just had, with one finger added. Your 4th finger is going to be added here onto the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Okay, once you're in that position, you don't need to move that hand for this section. It's all going to be in your right hand for the picking pattern, which is going to be quite difficult. A lot of doubling up of strings here. So for the first part, let's look at that one slowly. That's going to be 6, 2 and 5, 4. Okay. Then 2, 3, 2 and 5, 4. Okay, so that was 2, 3, 2 and 5, 4. So all together, 6, 2 and 5, 4, 2, 3, 2 and 5, 4. Okay, so this is where it's really going to help you if you've got the tabs and you can just see that in front of you. Once you've got that, try playing it from the start of the bridge. Okay. Then, this first finger that you've got held down here, technically you don't need it for that bar that I've just played, but now you will need it, and it's going to sound like this. Okay, so again, staying in this position, we're going to hit strings 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 4. Again, you want to make sure these fingers are up. Try and get this note to ring out. It can be quite easy to let your fingers rest and then you mute that string. So that was 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 4. Then we've got 1, 3, 5, 4. Okay, so that second part. Along with the previous section. Should sound like that now. Okay, so don't worry if that section is a little bit tricky to pick it up. You do just need to do a lot of repetition and then you get it into your fingers and it's not so bad to play it. After that, we're moving to this shape here. Okay, so we've just played this. And then we're quickly jumping to this position here. Okay, so this position, I'm going to have my first finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and then my 3rd and 4th finger are going to be up here on the 5th fret, 5th and 6th strings. And you're going to be playing this. So again, a little bit of melody, mostly in the bass though. So it starts off 1 and 6, and then 2, and that's all the melody. And then we're just going to be following this pattern. 5, 4, 3, 5, 4. Like that. Okay, then that bass pattern just repeats. So we've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4. Then we're going to play that one more time, but slightly differently. This time it's going to be 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. Okay, that's because we're coming up to repetition now. Okay, so let's play the bridge so far. Okay, so if you've mastered the first part of the bridge, we can move on to the second part of the bridge. Now, it does start off identical, but then it changes. So, it starts off just the same as we had at the start of the first part. Okay, so that's all the same. Now, changes to this. So let's look at that slowly. Okay, so this first shape that we go to is the same as before when we had this part, but instead we're playing this. Okay, so just a slightly different melody. Again, this hand stays as it is. Right hand, we're playing 2 and 6, and then 5, 4, 2, 3, 5, 4. Like that. Okay, so the next shape that we come to here is this one, and it's a little bit different. On the 5th fret, first finger is on the 1st string, and then my thumb is over the top for the 5th fret, 6th string. And then I use my 4th finger up here on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. I'm going to hit 1 and 6 together, then the 2nd string with the 4th string open, and then the 4th string by itself. So this is slightly unusual. I play the 4th string twice, but that's just to avoid having to play this note that we would normally play for this section. So these notes would bleed into each other, but that was too difficult to arrange. When you needed these melody notes, you'd have to like play something like this or bar both strings or something with your thumb. So instead, I just compromise and play the 4th string open twice. So you don't get that nice bleeding effect that you do when you play these two, but it's a lot easier to play. Okay, so once with the melody note on the 2nd string, and then once by itself. Then, keeping that same position, we're playing 1, 3, and then again 2 and 4, and then just 4. Like that. Okay? So the last 2 bars together. next bar after that is just a repetition here. Okay, so that bar is just the same. We're going from here up to here, and then back here. Okay, so this section started here, up here, and then back down to where we just were. Next up, okay, so from that shape, once you've done that, move this first finger down to the first string, and that should now be on the 3rd fret first string, and we're going to play this. Okay, so the left hand does move here a little bit. We're starting off with the 1st string and the 6th string together, and then we've got 5, 4, then we're moving that first finger down 1 fret, so it's here on the 1st string 2nd fret. We're going to play that one, followed by 3rd open, 5, 4. Okay, like that. Okay, now we're coming right to the end of the bridge. We've got the kind of section that kind of runs into the chorus repetition. So we've just played this. From that position, you want to make this shape, okay? This will look really uncomfortable and unusual, but it is the easiest way to play this part. I've tried it like this, but it's not as nice, not as fluid. So your first finger stays there on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and we're basically going to bend these fingers over, so your 2nd finger is on the 5th string 2nd fret, and your 4th finger is on the 4th string 4th fret. Okay, so that pattern, that movement is going to be like this. Okay. So what we're going to play once we get there is 1 and 5 together, and then 4, 3, 2, 4, 3. Like that. Okay. And then, again, we're just playing a little pattern here, but we're taking this finger off. So it's going to be 5, 4, 3. Take your first finger off and play 1 and 2 open, like that, and then 4, 3. You need to keep taking a rest because it does hurt to keep your hand in that position for a long time. So we're starting off like this, like that. Okay, now it's just going to be another pattern. So keeping this position, we're going to play 5, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3. Okay, so let's play the last 3 bars from the start of this shape. Like that. Then we play this little run here. This takes us back into the chorus. Let's have another look at this. So that's this position here. So we were here. Now we're moving into this position. So I tend, just for convenience, I tend to use the same finger. So I take my 4th finger from here and bring it down here, which is the 3rd string, 3rd fret. Now we're going to play the 5th string, which is still on the 2nd fret here, followed by the 3rd string, and then the 5th string again. Then take that 4th finger off and play the open 3rd string, then the 5th string again, then open 2nd, take your 1st finger off, open 5th. Okay, so that's going to be like that. And that is going to take us back into the chorus. So I'll play that last section we just learned. from here. Alright, so once you get past the bridge, we're pretty much at the end of my arrangement for this song. We play the chorus a couple more times, and when you get near the end, you just gradually slow the tempo down. And then just at the end there, I bring it back to that original melody we had at the start. So that's going to be hammer on, then 4, 5, 4, 5, open 6 string, and then I just like to end it on that little note there. So that's 3rd string, 3rd fret with open 4th, and just let that ring out. Really hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and leave a like on the video. Let me know what you thought of this one, and if you've got any feedback in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one.